Welcome to Wallace Wade Stadium on the campus of Duke University, and customarily a trip here involves a journey to K-Ville. Instead, you will be engulfed by the Wade Wackos, the Duke fans ready for their Blue Devils to go to work. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see, the Groupers taking on a team from the ACC, the Duke Blue Devils. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Groupers' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. Fielded in the end zone. It's Moore. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Blue Devils offense will go on the attack first. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. Be interesting to see what they do today.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They feed him again. It's a running room. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. All right, guys, let's look at the big picture for Duke. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely nowhere. You saw it back in the day with USF. You've seen it with Rutgers. Like, in the past, you can do it. You can put it together, gain some momentum, but it starts with this game right here.
TCU reached the national championship game a few years back, and no one expected much of them that season either, so you never know. What's important is what people believe inside your own locker room. This team thinks they can do some really special things this year, and they get a chance to start strong here in week 1.
Trying to escape and get it himself. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick him up and put him down. And I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping him.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going, too.
And the Blue Devils will have it 1st and 10. He's got it on the right.
I'll tell you, for this defense, they're going to have to find a way to bracket this slot receiver because of how athletic he is. They're going to need to make sure they've got linebackers and DBs surrounding this guy at all times.
The Blue Devils in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Now the play fake. Finds the tight end. Turning on the Jets. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they cell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Gets it to him on the screen. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of him.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling past and kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
That's so frustrating for the opposing offense, too, because you're just salivating. You're just waiting for an opportunity to get on the field. The offense possessed it the entire first quarter and then capped it off with a touchdown. That was amazing.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Groupers offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. One final play before the end of the quarter. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Guys, time has expired here in the quarter, and Duke is on top. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Looking for room, it's Craig. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
The Groupers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. He'll do it himself. Runs through a tackle. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
They go with the option, quarterback keeps it himself, and look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. And the Groupers will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Now on the return. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. He'll start this drive going to the air. The quick out. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Wants to throw on first down. Buys a little time. Trying to make magic with his feet. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
QBs do a really good job of feeling pressure and trying to get away from it. You can see he wants to, but there's nowhere to go. Great job by the defense. Get him to the ground for no gain.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Quick strike complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And the Blue Devils line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Got him downfield. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleed.
The Blue Devils are moving quickly down the field. He leaves it with his back. Got the first down and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17.
Effective draw plays in the running game really begin with the quarterback. The quarterback's got to be a great salesman. You got to really make the defense think it's pass. You keep your eyes focused downfield till the last possible second, turn around and hand it off. And by that point, the defensive ends have rushed way upfield, and there's less bodies for the running backs to have to maneuver around before finally moving forward.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
And the Blue Devils getting set on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
You know, and that's why this guy can play 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Oh, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And that lead grows even bigger. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Durham. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Brooks Field inside Wallace Wade Stadium.
And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the 3rd quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive, just like they do at the...
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. They're already down 2 possessions. You know the pass has to come at some point, but they got to keep them clean. They can't get behind the sticks consistently. They've got to start to narrow this gap.
Got it in the middle. It's Sheffield. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. The Groupers will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Just needs a crack to get a return. Very little will make the crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. If they could somehow find their way into the end zone, a two-possession lead might feel insurmountable. Under fire. Bought a little time, lets it go. A strike downfield. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. The give to the back. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Line getting set on second down. To the ground with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
The throw to the outside is complete. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
That's a nice completion. I know you don't get the first down. You're obviously set up in field goal range here down in the red zone, but because you've got 4th and short now, you may decide to go for this if you're on offense.
Trying to keep the drive alive. The Blue Devils get the first down.
4th down and short. You want a no-nonsense run. Nice job by the running back, getting the football, getting downhill, making sure he gets that first down.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
This is a hard defense to run to the outside against because of their speed. You saw in that last play their ability to go sideline to sideline, win at the point of attack as they shut down that sweep play.
Yeah, and it's also hard when you get in the red because what do on defense? We bring in all the big bodies, so there's not a lot of space in there to run. I like getting the ball in the perimeter. You toss it out there, you run it back. He gets out there faster. Got a positive gain. Still a couple plays here left, too.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. And the Blue Devils pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. That's the end of the period, and Duke has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Trying to barge in. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And on that situation on the 1-yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall athleticism of this defense. They've got guys flying to the ball.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Well, they've gotten it down to the 3, but now it's 3rd and goal. Making side adjustments here. On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. Touchdown, Blue Devils! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Game 1, you want to come out, put drives like that together, score a bunch of points, and especially at home. Give your home crowd something to get excited about. They have today. They've been jacked up, and they're going to go 1-0.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Missouri is just boat racing them right now, thanks to an offense that's putting up video game numbers.
Now this offense is back on the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Snagged in the middle. It's Parrish. Still on his feet at the 45. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together. Maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss. The give to the left. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. And the groupers headed quickly to the line. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Using his feet to buy time. The defense is there, and a great job to keep him from getting to that first down marker. He's hard to get a handle on. It'll be 4th and short. They'll go to the air. Here's the pressure. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down.
He had nowhere to go with the football. 4th down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's 4th down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. Defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with the sack.
Snags it quickly on the left. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Lost to fire on 2nd down. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. Into double coverage, and he picked it off.
And for that quarterback, that was a good feeling that turned bad really quickly. He saw cover one. He got excited, taking a shot deep down the field. After he threw it, though, he could see the defender had better positioning than his receiver did, and that ends up being an interception.
He'll pull it on the read. Pass to Sticks and still on his feet. And he is brought down, but what a move he put on that first defender.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
To the air on first down. Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The Groupers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. Clock stops and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Makes the grab. It's Benson. He won't get there. It'll bring up fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Groupers.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
Well, they try to go onside kick, but better job by the hands team falling on the football.
And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Their defense came up with a big stop now to see if they can turn it into points. Looking to throw on first down. Steps away to find some room. He's going to take off. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Blue Devils with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. He might want another play. To the air on second down. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. And the Blue Devils are at the line looking to convert on third and short. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Makes the grab. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Just a little off. Incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game.
And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. The give, and he's looking for room behind the left tackle. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere. He's knocked down behind the line. Going to swing it on second down. Here's a throw downfield late. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. Trying to pick up a first down. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. They're setting up the screen. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on third down. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. They got him. Gets a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but I'm just going to eat clock, up by several possessions, eat clock, get out of here with a W.
Flushed out of the pocket. Gets rid of it. Looking for the goal line. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Love the play call by the offense. Love drag routes down this close to the goal line. First down, you're just trying to get an easy completion, catch and run, walk in, score. Defense made a nice play. They made the tackle, so now you got to turn the page. You got to find something here on second.
Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown Duke. And they take it in for 6 more points. Game is essentially over right now. You wonder if it's really necessary to jack up the score like this.
It might not be necessary, but I will be forgotten. I can tell you that because coaches, they don't forget things like this. Late in games, you want to run the score, get that extra touchdown. I'll get the chance in the future to do this back to you. I like it. Just keep it in the back of your mind.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Finds a little space. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left. Second down, he'll throw it. Pressure coming. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. And the groupers want to crank the tempo. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can.
No gain on the play. Brings up.
They bring the punter onto the field now.
Number 95 in punt formation to kick it away.
Secures it at the 30. He gets a block. Takes it into the end zone for the touchdown in the final play. The denouement. The epilogue. The finishing touch. You waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these